I'm not trying to make a film. I've never set out to make a film. I'm not a filmmaker. I've seen the amount of preparation that goes into making a film.
Present for you, sir.
Doing this has given me a wonderful glimpse into what it's like to even attempt to make a film. I've captured something. I have recorded something. I've captured an experience. I'm not a filmmaker. I never set out to make a film. This is what it is. And hopefully if people enjoy it, then it's a bonus. I was born in this hospital in 1971. I went to this primary school in Scotland until I was 12 years old. And this is a house I used to live in till I was 13 years old. There was never a place that meant so much to me as the cinema. I spent more hours here than I can ever count. Wow, who's that? Yep, that is me, and I'm being really kind by sharing embarrassing pictures of my youth with you, including the infamous floppy hair picture. Thankfully, I grew up. But I never lost my love of the movies. Growing up, I would watch anything and everything, from pictures of sharks, to explosions, to cats from space, to everything. I would spend hours and hours in the dark watching the movies. Nowadays, I spend a lot of my time at a computer keyboard, running from pagetoscreen.com and recording lots of podcasts. There is nothing more impressive for a film geek like myself to see my name on a movie poster or the back of a DVD box. Of course, one of the perks of my job is I do get to watch a lot of these films before the general public, which is also a wonderful treat for a film geek like me. Not only do I get to watch some of these films before the public can see them, but I also am blessed enough to be able to speak to a lot of filmmakers on my very own podcast show.
Hey guys, this is Ace Marrero from the movie Madison County.
Hi, this is David L.G. Hughes, writer-director of the film Hardball Suites.
Hi, I'm Eric England, the director of Contracted.
Hi, I'm J.K. Amalu, the writer-director of Deviation.
Hi, this is Ben Lloyd Holmes from the film The Expedition.
This is Dominic Burns, the director of Allies.
And it was on one of these podcast episodes, speaking to a Scottish filmmaker called Fraser Cole. He was due to attend MCon, a comic convention and film convention held in the city of Nottingham. He was holding a Q&A panel there, and I remember flippantly asking him who he was going to get to host. He very quickly came back with, "Would you like to do it?" And I very quickly came back with, "I'd love to," which is a really stupid thing for me to do because I don't do public speaking. Yeah, I do podcasts and speak to filmmakers and stuff, but it's very, very easy hiding behind a headset and a laptop computer. It's a whole nother thing, standing in front of a live audience, speaking in front of them. This is the hall where the Q&A would be held. And as the time got closer to stepping on that stage, there was still no sign of nerves.
Good afternoon everybody, welcome to MCon. Hopefully you're all glad to be sitting down, not standing up in a really rather hectic queue outside. I was lucky enough to get in just because I've got a microphone to get working.
First one was Nottingham, which you've just seen. It wasn't scary. It should have been scary because I don't do public speaking. Up to that point I'd never done it. I was the person who would, if I go to a party, which I rarely did, I'd find a kitchen, stay in the corner. I'm fine when people speak to me, but I will speak to other people first. However, for some unknown reason, the movie gods were smiling on me, and it didn't scare me at all. I loved it, and I really wanted to do it again, which I did in London to a big audience, again with Cops and Monsters. And welcome back to Fraser Cole, and he has brought with him some of the cast and crew from Cops and Monsters, and I'm going to read from this list, and you can all just wonder who's going to go first. We have Anne Nicholson, who's the editor, Julie Dunn, who's the director of photography, Ian Smith, who's the writer, and Amanda Kane, who's the writer. Costume designs by the awesome Iona Barker. And two of the faces that you've just seen on screen from Doctor Who, Sarah Louise Madison. And from River City and Barriston, Kirsty Strain. If anybody's got any questions, stick your hand up. However, I'm going to fire some questions. If I see a hand go up, it's over to you. As Fraser mentioned, the best question gets a prize. If you don't want the prize, you can always say no to it. It might be like a couple of dates or whatever. So, who knows? One of the things I was torn about when putting this film together was just how much voiceover to use. It was so easy for me to just talk throughout the entire duration in some sort of weird, dull DVD commentary, telling you everything you need to know about going to one of these events, where you go to eat food, where you go when you need to go to the bathroom, how much it costs to meet people. And I never knew any of that when I went to these events. Half of the beauty of these is you never know who you're going to meet, what you're going to see, and how you're going to experience it. Every event you go to, every time you go to an event, it's going to be a different experience, and I want you to discover it the way I did, without really having a clue where your story's headed. So enjoy. There are a couple of bits of voiceover coming, but then I'm pretty much just going to leave you to yourself so you can experience Comic-Con the way I did.
Okay, so got a big up from Page to Screen, always supporting British film. Watch The Hooligan Factory, coming out cinemas June 13th, but pre-book your tickets for the premiere event on June the 9th. Just tickets are up now, so check it out.
You're the man behind the man himself. He's like the man behind the mask. I am. What's happening? Yeah. The cornerstone of British film. You are, sir. I do try. Thanks for everything you're doing as well. Thanks for your support, man. I fucking love that. Seeing a face to the day. It's me. Yeah. How's it going, mate? All right. Oh, not too bad. I've recorded a clip with Nick about why we should watch The Hooligan Factory. How about one from Jason? Yeah, man. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Cool. I'd say anything you want. Right. Why you should watch The Hooligan Factory? Yeah. Well, I'm in it, number one. Obviously, that's the only reason to go. No, serious for a little minute. British films do the gritty stuff very, very well. I love that. But for me, I don't want to go to the cinema, sit down for an hour and a half, and go. That was a great experience, but I feel a bit sad now. I may do a Hooligan Factory, so you go to the cinema and just have a fucking laugh. Do you know what I mean? I want you to be able to go with your pals, sit back with your popcorn, and just fucking cackle and laugh. So yeah, so just go to have a good time. I love this. Brilliant. That's amazing. Ready? Let's go. Yep. So it's not coming out with the sound? No. It got easily hijacked. He did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'll just run this tape off, run the battery down, and it can get retired for another 5 years. 5 years? Well, however. I thought you used a video camera that night. What, not even allowed to go? Maybe. And you can go to get paid? Yeah. Maybe. See when it is. Exactly. See if they're going, and if they are, we'll look at it.
Now, through Fraser, I was introduced to Mr. Robert Dyer, who himself was putting together a convention in Wales called Sci-Fi Wales. He knew I was going to be hosting a Cops and Monsters panel because Fraser had asked me to be the host. And Rob and I began a friendship, and he asked me another question which again I said yes to. This is where Sci-Fi Wales the movie came in. This was the original plan for what became Experience in Comic-Con. I was given an amazing insight into just what goes on to put on an event of this size, and the amount of detail that has to go in, the amount of planning that has to go into an event like this. It's insane. And Robert and Nicole pretty much did it themselves.
Until here, this is your photo room. New celebrities can walk through this entrance, and obviously they can be here to get onto the stage, but the audience can't see them,
Right.
Because you've got screening up to like kind of here, so they can get access.
Because your legs do kill you. You've got about 4 hours, your legs
I'm
are
tired.
dead. Yeah.
On the floor I go.
Yeah.
There's plenty of seating.
So these
you know,
round tables
table
there
space.
for people attending who
Yeah.
can just think, I'm going to have a sit down,
Exactly.
I need a
They
rest.
can sit down, go see the dealers, or jump on an arcade game, see some props, you know. But yeah, obviously the grand scheme is it builds every year, and we can take more and more of the building because there's plenty to move into.
It's massive. It's huge. I think to look around this and it's not quite built, it looks really weird because it's going to be packed tomorrow. Now what we have here is the panel room that I'm going to spend most of my time in tomorrow, chatting to the likes of Robert Llewellyn, John Chalice, and a whole bunch of other awesome people. Feels kind of freaky. This is easily the biggest audience that I've ever had. I will be stood up here, and everybody will be sat down here, and it's kind of scary. And the day came, and Sci-Fi Wales the movie began. This would be a feature-length documentary about a Comic-Con from start to completion. And the centre point would be me hosting quite a few Q&A panels, one after the other, all day long.
This is me doing lots and lots of filming before I end up spending all day in a Comic-Con panel, hosting them all. So I'm taking the chance while I can do. There's weird steampunk R2-D2s, there's people dressed as Batman, there's people over there with white helmets, I don't quite know what they are.
Spaceballs.
Is that what it's from, Spaceballs? Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie. And we've got a load of awesome guests all around the room. Cops and Monsters people you've already met, and we have the wonderful Claire Eden over here as well. And we'll hopefully meet everybody throughout the entire day. I just hope my voice manages to keep up for the entire duration. So I'll jump in and out of this film where I can do. Wish me luck. Oh, do you like a t-shirt? That was kindly sent to me by an author in Canada, so thank you, David Kelly. I did promise I'd wear it on one of the panels, so I shall probably wear that on the Jerry Anderson panel in about 55 minutes. See you soon.
So should we go do that and we'll say in 5 minutes and then we'll like decide.
Everybody, look at these awesome cupcakes. But look at the awesome MG Harris, Jamie Anderson, a bunch of awesome people here as well. This is the very first part of the whole kind of Q&A type thing. There's going to be loads more panels upstairs with these guys and everybody else. But here we are launching, or Jamie are launching, I'm just introducing it, Gemini Force One. We have a lovely little poster. Ghost Mine. Over to these guys to do what they do, because they're awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Stuart. Just to say that we're going to do a proper panel with question and answers later on. Stuart's going to be running that.
Of course, it's not just all about meeting guests. There's usually a comic convention of any type, there's always the trading floor, where you can go and you can buy presents for your friends, presents for yourself. There is this misconception that you have to take a bunch of money with you to go to one of these events. Not the case. And then the Q&A panels.
Did a book launch this morning?
Yes.
No microphone, no. That was no microphone. So would you like to go over what is the book launch? What have you launched other than the book?
Well, is anyone here a fan of Jerry Anderson?
We're in a panel about Jerry Anderson.
I'm just checking that we haven't got any, we might have some pop-ins. You get pop-ins occasionally.
Yeah, if you're not, then get out.
No, pop-ins are welcome. We went to Kickstarter, which is a website for crowdfunding, to get this project off the ground. Did anyone here back it by any chance? Thank you very much, backers, yay.
I've got some prop guns, I've got my original shirt and badge, things that again I liberated on the last day of the shoot. Well, I just put them in my bag and thought, if they want them back, they know where I am. If there's a second series, they know where I am. Didn't happen, of course. So they've been stuck in my life for the last 20 years.
But it wasn't until '91 when Thunderbirds was reshown that I really sort of saw the full impact and realised actually it wasn't just my friends at school that were watching the show now, but their parents had watched it before and they were kind of really massive fans of it. My friends would give me 60 annuals that their parents had given to them for me to take home and get signed.
I was helping Rob, who you've just seen called Red, put together the souvenir brochure for Sci-Fi Wales. And he said, we're going to do a little article on George Harris. And I'm like, okay. So I did it all. And he said, any chance that we can message John and say, can I ask you a couple of questions on my album? So I sent him a tweet, any chance you could answer a couple of questions? He went, no, no. And I could not think of what to ask you. I was like, second time in my life ever being starstruck. Once was George A. Romero. Second time, George Harris. So I had to phone Rob, and I'm like, I don't know what to ask John.
Are you receiving treatment? You should be.
I am, right?
I'm very flattered, thank you very much. And he said, yes, well, wonderful, that's wonderful. Don't do it like that anymore. He said, by the way, are you still doing that impression of Jimmy Stewart? Never forgotten it. Do it for me just once more, will you? So there I am on the pavement in Soho, and I'm going, oh, listen, mister, I remember a time when we used to take a real pride in just getting there. But just then, somebody walked past us, did a double take, tripped over the pavement and fell flat in his face. So I went to pick him up and I said, you all right, mate? And he said, yeah. He said, blimey, Boise doing Jimmy Stewart talking to Doctor Who, how often do you see that? It's a true story.
Scariest or?
Scariest.
I think it's the Weeping Angels, but I thought it was pretty scary the fact that with one of the characters, when I jumped on top of him, I kind of melted his face.
Are they ready? I think they might be. I could just keep them waiting here all day and just go on. Has anybody seen any good films this year? Recommendations or whatever.
Was that embargoed?
It was embargoed.
Not embargoed.
No, it wasn't embargoed. It was embargoed. I was told you've been embargoed. Shut up. Is that for the people in Dives? Yeah, people from Dives. We have another question for you?
I thought I was very confident I could do a Swedish version, which Robin Doug, I remember, really liked. To speak like that. Mr. Creighton, I have made your breakfast for you. I will now get up to Smeghammer and crack open your underwear. And then it kind of didn't really work. I'm going through the lines again and trying to remember them. Then suddenly, my script is on fire. Like in a studio where there's no smoking, no naked flames, it's all I mean, there's actual flames.
Pretty much about us. One thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to give out badges to the two questions. Anyone asks a question, we have badges to give out using £1 and the best questions win. The two best questions win this copy of the comic.
Remonen lich kinitowawi. Question, remember? Answer? Watanoch kinitowawi. Let's put the two together. So, nice and loud, come on, let's do it. Then I'll leave you in peace.
But it's a question for you both. What are your memories of shooting Return of the Jedi?
You could be on set all day. You may not be used all the time. You could. When I moved on to being a Jawa, I was called in for 2 days and I did nothing. I stayed in the dressing room for 2 days, and then I could be filming all day, and it's about 2 minute, 3 minute clip. It could be.
Yeah.
I've met John a couple of times with pantomime and various things, but you don't really. You build an instant friendship. And then you go away and you don't see each other maybe for years and years. And then you come back and then sort of, you're very similar to how you were when you left off. It's not as if we all Facebook each other or write to each other, email each other. You come together, do the job, go away again. But I've got to say one thing before we go, is that somebody not too far from me had sent me an email about they wanted to ask me questions. That was you. And I finished the letter where the initials were for "May the Force be with you," and I finished off the letter like that. And he said, "Okay, first question, what does that mean?"
Because I read it really quick, and then I didn't sort of look at it, and then Rob, who's running this entire event, he went, "How can you not know what that means?" And I looked at it and I'm like, "Oh yeah, got it."
Yeah, to add to that, it's actually quite a good question. What does it mean? What different people's interpretations. You know? What is the Force? Why should it be with you? Yeah. So there you go.
What is your interpretation?
Sorry?
What is your interpretation?
Oh, yeah, I think I probably.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but it's probably slightly different with each person. I would imagine interpretations. You know? So the power of the Jedi Knights, or it could be something invisible. You know, whatever.
Not midichlorians.
That's your homework for tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. But I'll thank you very much, Brian. Thank you very much, John. Everybody go there and say hi to them.
Thank you.
And after weeks and weeks of mental preparation, Sci-Fi Wales 2015 was done. There's more pros. There is one con. The pros are obviously I get to stand in front of people and talk to them and pretty much ask them whatever I want to. They interact with me, and it's on a one-to-one. So there's a big audience behind me, but there's a one-to-one connection between me and whatever guest I'm asking. For a film fan, it's absolutely amazing. The cons, one day, because of the way I do panels, I don't have an iPad, I don't make extensive notes. One day I'm going to get up there and I'm going to be stuck. I'm not going to have a clue what to say, and the guests are going to look at me funny, and the audience is going to go, get him off. But thankfully it's never happened yet, so the con can wait. Not too bothered about it.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Welcome to take 2 of this clip because I never forgot to press record on the previous one. We've now moved on from Sci-Fi Wales. We're currently in London at the ExCeL venue. We are here at MCM Comic Con, which is held sometimes twice a year, definitely every year. Let's just see what differences it makes compared to Sci-Fi Wales. So you're going to see more cosplay, it's obviously a bigger venue, and let's just enjoy the day and see what treats we've got in store. Now this is what the event looks like before the crowds get in. We've been lucky enough to get in with our wonderful press passes.
and we're able to just have a bit of a nosy round to see them all setting stuff up. And people getting ready to make what I'm pretty sure is a serious amount of money over a single weekend. And it wouldn't be a 2015 Comic-Con without the mighty presence of the mighty Star Wars in some way or another. But in case there's any trouble today, see they've also brought some people to protect and serve.
Oh, right, oh, great. I watched it. Yeah, it was good fun. Was that this year? No, it was September. Early this year. Yeah. Oh! Oh my God, this is just like when I come out my front door, there's always cameras. And I'm never ready, darling. I haven't checked my flyers.
One of the things I'm doing as well is Sci-Fi Wales on here. I'm doing an experiencing Comic-Con fan film. This is just video.
Oh, great.
That's the press thing. Right. That was an awesome one.
Oh, good.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll maybe do it again one day.
Definitely.
Bye.
Robert Llewellyn, such a nice bloke, and you'll have seen clips of him doing the panel with yours truly at Sci-Fi Wales. We've now got about 3 minutes.
The show is due to open in 2 minutes' time. If you have any products or rubbish in the aisles, please remove it now, as it will delay the opening of the show. The show is due to open in 2 minutes' time. Thank you.
Yeah, seems like a lot of people, right?
Last year I was in the VidFest area hosting the Cops and Monsters panel. This year no panels to host, so I'm looking forward to spending the day as a punter and visiting lots of panels. Included this year is wireless. And what is wireless? We can find out in the Q&A panel, but you can also hopefully get a quick pitch of wireless from the wonderful Andrew Lee Potts. You will recognise him from Primeval. I know him from Primeval. He's also a filmmaker as well, and he's here helping promote wireless.
Okay, wireless is basically
people of MCM Comic to see a trailer for one of the most exciting
just showing off his unit right, isn't it?
Someone's pointing at the spur as well.
Yeah, basically, wireless is a web show primarily. There's 6 episodes online, and it's about a disgraced policeman who's back on the force, his first day back on the force after his suspension. He's partnered with an AI unit that's set in his car, which is called Unit White. It's an experimental unit, but the difference with her is that she is a police officer within herself. She can control every single thing wirelessly, and she can learn emotion. She has a thing called the pulse. That's why she's experimental. So she can learn emotion. So she can theoretically learn to love. But she's partnered up with partnered up with Jacob Crow, who is not the best at emotions.
And that was the wonderful Andrew Lee Potts, very kindly been put on the spot by myself and Annette, and he was awesome. He was lovely, as you can see from his clip. So later on we're going to check out his panel and hopefully include that in experiencing Comic-Con for you. Already people are starting to queue up for whoever. We're back in the signing area. Now what they've done here is they've scheduled time in sort of autograph slots. So for example, between 10 and half 10 or 9 and half 11 or whatever. So depending on who you want to see, depends what time you need to be here. It's 9:30 in the morning, everything's up and running. We are going to venture into the signing room because at 10 o'clock they're going to be giving everybody raffle tickets. Now, what are the raffle tickets for? The raffle tickets are to decide who gets to meet Noah Wyle from Fallen Skies. But for me, he's Dr. Carter from ER. So I'm going to try and get a raffle ticket. I'm going to try and get a winning raffle ticket. And I'm going to go try and meet Noah Wyle. We're also going to go meet RJ Mitty from Breaking Bad. One of the weird things you can do at a Comic-Con is you can ask people for weird requests. So we're about to ask RJ Mitty for something for Annette's daughter for Christmas. So hopefully we'll manage to capture it all on video. Enjoy. Let's see if it works. It will or it won't.
Hello, lovely to meet you. Same thing. Put it down and I'll pick it up. Okay, hiya. It's a really weird request. I wanted it for my daughter and her partner. My daughter's very heavily pregnant. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, and she wanted to come and see you, but she couldn't because she's out there. She didn't want to risk it. No. So I wondered if you'd be able to sign the picture for her and her partner. By all means. And I wondered if you wouldn't mind saying to that camera, have a lovely Christmas, Sarah and Jay.
Yes,
would that be okay?
Of course.
Thank you.
And when's the baby due, by the way?
The baby's due on Christmas Day.
Okay. All right, well, I hope you have a very lovely Christmas, Sarah and Jack, and good luck with the baby. Hopefully, come on, no one, hold out for a couple of days. No one wants to be born on Christmas or Boxing Day. Just before or after. Just you can do it. Just keep it there. Have an amazing day, though.
Thank you so much. And if you can sign that one for me.
Yeah, of course.
And it's for Sarah and Jay.
I got you. Hi, what's your name?
Stuart, good to meet you. Thank you for that as well.
No problem.
Come Christmas morning, they'll be like, looking forward to your panel as well tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll be there.
Thank you so much.
No, pleasure's all mine.
Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.
Thank
See you later. Bye.
How are you?
Stuart, from where? From where are you?
I am originally from Scotland.
Yeah, so are my wife's people. In fact, we're heading for Cape County.
That's where I was born.
We're heading there. We're going there on Tuesday.
26 miles north of Edinburgh.
Yeah, we have all.
That's exactly where he's from.
All of my. And isn't there a Beatles lyric? The Duchess of Kirkcaldy was late for tea. Hold on, let's find out. Do me a favor. The Duchess of Kirkcaldy, not easy to spell. Kirkcaldy.
That is so weird.
Look up this. Hey, sir.
I think we're doing good, man. Excuse me for checking, but my elbow's fine. Yeah.
You signed it?
No, I'm fine with signing. It's shaking hands. Some people have more pushing. Whoa, I do. Yeah. It's a little. So I'm going to start using my left hand to shake. Fist bumps.
You're looking forward to it?
Very much. Very much. I was looking forward to coming. I just got here last night. It's been a real beautiful experience, but it's about almost 10 hours.
So, dearest Stuart, lots of love to my sweet Twitter friend.
Hey.
Is this a video?
Yeah.
Hello. Page to screen. Should we say page to screen? Page to screen.
Is this? It's yours. That's mine. If you could do a couple. With Mark.
Woo! Belly shot.
Only put it on during the was cold.
Yep. Fantastic.
So often, sometimes your restraints help push you forward into something different.
Then the next session's down the hall, and I'm doing a toy truck again. And then we go to a video game, and we're doing Superman.
This has really put me on the spot. All right, how's it going? Y'all having a good time? Every villain, I don't care who you are, and I love that mindset because we all see ourselves as a hero of our own story, but in actuality, where do you fall into that? How do you fall into it? And Walt Heisenberg was an evil person. He was truly an evil person. And even though every villain, I heard this one time, every villain sees himself as the hero.
But I have, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. You know, I'm Canadian, and I started doing children's theatre when I was 7 years old, and I kind of knew what I wanted to do. You know what, they never want to have the phone call where they go, listen, I just wanted to tell you about something that I couldn't get you in for. They don't tell you that. You know, Warehouse 13 came really unexpectedly for me. I was not in the running for this show.
Right to the end of the court, and I'll be standing there, and you guys can come over and ask me any questions that you'd like. I said good things to you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I'm so glad we are. So glad we are. So glad we are.
And to go to a Comic-Con, you might have to get up early. You might have to sit in a car for a few hours. But what else are you going to be doing on a Saturday or a Sunday? Sitting watching TV, playing video games. But what better way to spend a weekend than meeting movie stars?
Oh, counterfire.
Where are we today, Bob?
Today we're Birmingham NEC for the Comic-Con.
And did we book ahead? Are we planned any?
Yeah, this was planned probably beginning of last week. We didn't book ahead. It was basically just a case of, hey, are we going? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so potentially we could get there and they'll be like, no, get out. I don't think they will.
No. I think it's one of those, like you say, you know, basically we've had the trip down, driving. Took a little longer than planned, but, yeah, we're here, which is the bottom thing.
Nobody else is here. This is like some Harry Brown.
It is, yeah.
And we went this day with not a big fat pile of money in our pocket. I think we had about £50 each. We bought the tickets on the door. We walked straight in. I'm not even sure I actually bought an autograph that day. I know Annette did. I went for the experience.
It is. It's very simple in that sense. Especially when you only have to look around the amount of people that cosplaying Star Wars. It is probably the most popular sort of cosplay for this event. We're in Liverpool last week. It's exactly the same.
Cool. Sweet. Cylon. Classic Cylon. Fantastic.
Classic and the best.
Who you off, Ace?
See, he knows how to
It is.
I was a massive fan of the first movie. My daughter has watched your version of it a million times. My daughter is over 18, by the way.
She's 4 in July.
I,
in America,
however...
I get like 8-year-olds coming out.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's wrong.
No. I'm too freaked out to watch it. But I will watch it. So I would love it if I could get you to sign photographs to let your daughter look at her cat.
2 or 3?
I am going to pick... Which one do you think? That one?
What I always do is I always say, which one would you choose? Yeah, I always do that. Put the pressure on you, then that's what it does.
That's quite mean of you, Stuart.
That's
the
kind of
iconic
famous.
one, isn't it? Yeah.
My name's Gary Smart. I'm the producer of the Leviathan, the story of Hellraiser, and Hellbound Hellraiser 2. This is our DVD. It's 9 hours of a documentary on Hellraiser 1 and 2 with 40 of the cast and crew members. Also, there is a load of extras, bonus features, about 3 hours worth, which is about the box itself, about Clive Barker, about the music. We're currently working on our new documentary, which is You're So Cool, Brewster, the story of Fright Night and Fright Night 2, and that's going to be released on June the 20th. And that's got, again, it's about 35 members of the cast and crew of that film. We've also got a book coming out in April, which is about Return of the Living Dead, which is called Trioxin 245. And we've got a book coming out, Beware the Moon, the story of American Werewolf in London, and that's with Paul Davis, and that's out in the summer.
Go for it.
Hi there. This is my short experimental horror film with poetry on top. Avant Macabre, and as you, I don't know if you can see that, but Emma Dart, Dean Sells, and a friend who does poetry from Florida. Commentary over it, and it's on YouTube at the minute. And plus, it's going to a few festivals. Fingers crossed, it's going to a few festivals and everything like that. And we'll see how it goes, basically.
Why is it experimental? What's experimental about it?
Experimental as in, it wasn't really based on a script, it was like improvised sort of thing, but with like a follow-up I want to try and structure it a bit more better and make it a bit longer sort of thing. And yeah, that's what that is anyway, so check it out.
Cool, definitely, will do. And you're here at Comic-Con?
MCM.
In Birmingham this one?
In Birmingham.
What appeals about Comic-Con?
To me? For me, it's good to see all the colourful people, and not only that, you know, you get to see, like, people who obviously know.
You get to hang out with Emma.
Emma,
that
of
should
course.
be the number one. Never mind everything. Just
I didn't want to be too obvious.
Be obvious. You'd be alright.
It's a nice little knit of like people just in general, especially seeing familiar faces and stuff like that.
Say whatever you wish. Right, go for it.
You asked me something.
Alright, okay. So you're here at the MCM Comic-Con in Birmingham.
Yes.
You've done a lot of conventions?
Yeah, I've done a few.
When was your first one?
2014, I think. Might be wrong. I can't remember.
Oh.
I think it was 2014, yeah. Late 2014.
Busy year.
Yeah.
Nearly as busy as this year.
Well,
which is
last
pretty...
year was super busy. This year, again, it's set to be busy. So.
And what was your first memory of Comic-Cons?
Well, that goes way, way back, probably to 15 years ago, I think, almost 15 years ago. When I started going to the LFCC in London and some satellite events they had in Hertfordshire as well, and obviously the Collectomania in Milton Keynes. Mm-hmm. And it was much, much quieter then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was nobody really doing cosplay, maybe about 6 people. Yeah, and it was just a great fun really. I've always loved Comic-Cons and conventions.
Do you manage to find time to have a bit of a browse around and meet guests and stuff, or are you usually behind the desk?
Yeah, not today I haven't.
With all this? Not today?
Yeah, I'm kind of a bit desk bound today. I mean, that's my own choice. I could have got up and gone around, but yeah, I think it'd be nice actually to do a convention where I'm just signing one day, but the other day I can go and walk around and get autographs and stuff myself.
Do you also do the Q&A panels? Have you done any of those at any events?
I have the Women in Horror Month event, United in Blood in London. I can't remember any other ones I've done, but I've probably got a couple coming up this year. So.
And do you enjoy the Q&A panels?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Good. Well, hopefully we might see you at one later on in the year.
Yes.
But it's been good to finally meet you today as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And good luck with season 9.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Depends on the event. I think if you're going to plan, you don't necessarily have to plan too far ahead. Bob, Annette and I once it wasn't too long ago, but we went to the Birmingham Comic-Con, which you'll see in this film. And we didn't plan, we just got up on, it was a Sunday morning, got in the car, drove, got the tickets on the door. There was no hotel costs whatsoever, and I think 4 hours or 5 hours we were back on our way home. So for that you don't need to plan. You generally can show up on the day, buy a ticket, go do stuff, and then go home. But obviously if you're going to go to one in a foreign country, which would always be a good thing, then you kind of need to plan for that with your accommodation and your flights. But if you're going to one in the same country, you don't really need to plan. Take a bottle of water, take some comfy shoes, take some cereal bars. That's pretty much all you need. Some money. Next stop, Showmasters in Manchester, just down the road from where we live. This one we did plan. Showmasters very graciously gave me press passes to get into this event. There were a couple of people here that I really wanted to have a conversation with, meet, purchase some autographs. And for this one, Annette and I sat down for quite a while. I just wanted to experience the cosplay.
Busy now. What we have to do, you know what I mean? This is dance, isn't it?
Oh, that's so funny. Backpack. Oh no.
When you go to these events, you're always on the lookout for that different cosplay. Something so unique, it just makes you smile. And here we found it. Absolute genius. Let me introduce Sharknado. To this date, the best cosplay costume I've seen so far.
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm putting together, like I do all the promotion and stuff anyway. Yeah. I'm incorporating other films and stuff into it. So, a quick conversation about Brotherhood. Yeah. Which obviously a lot of people know you from Doctor Who, Star Trek and stuff. Yeah. Brotherhood, Legacy, and Brotherhood, the final in the trilogy. Final one. There'll be a fourth one. No, God, no, definitely not. The end. When did you plan on? Was it always a trilogy? No, never a trilogy, mate. It was a single film, being Kid Oven, and then a couple of years later, I was trying to do other films and people didn't want to know about where I had, so I was like, well, they want to know that stuff, so that's why I wrote the second one. And then that was it. It was supposed to be 2 films. We made a big deal about there's not many sequels. We've done 2. It's over. And then, in the last 10 years, a lot's changed in terms of having children and so I just started thinking, what happens if I put that character in those situations? And the idea just came into my head.
The Abyss, not so much because, it was a brilliant movie up until the end. It kind of falls apart a little bit at the end.
It's still a great movie though. You
went crazy enough.
Yeah, I was good in
Which
it.
is good.
I wish I would have had a great ending. I think I might have gotten it.
It's actually my top 20 films of all time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to write your name on it?
Yes, if you can.
What is it?
Stuart. It's S-T-U-A-R-T.
S-T-U?
S-T-U. Yep. A-R-T. Is there a most common question that people ask you about aliens, or are they all over the place?
Are they going to make another one? Out of all the aliens, which is out of all the new Terminators, which is my favorite
I would guess first.
Which is my favorite movie to make.
Which is your favorite movie, or is that really hard question?
Well, I had a lot of fun making Aliens, and I had a lot of fun making Tombstone.
Oh, Tombstone! I watched that the other month. I had a double bill of that and Wyatt Earp. No, thank you very much. This film, where will I end the film? I don't know. I have no idea where I'll end the film. The original plan for Experience of Comic-Con was a 90-minute film about sci-fi whales, where I would, and all this stuff was shot. I interviewed Rob about putting together a Comic-Con. That was about 20 minutes. This was shot before. I was speaking to him the night before. I interviewed him and recorded all that. I was going to get every panel recorded, and I was going to get my reactions to before and after panels. I was effectively going to do Sci-Fi Whales the movie. Bob was the second cameraman. I couldn't really be the first cameraman because I was on stage, so I had one camera set up at the beginning of the entrance to the stage. Bob did shoot a lot of stuff, but Bob went for lunch, and Bob was, his attention was diverted to someone of the fairer sex, shall we say. So he likes to phrase it as Bob went chasing tail. That was the phrase that Bob used. And at the time I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to end this film? I have no idea. Because I ended up with half the footage that I thought I would need, so it wasn't going to be Sci-Fi Whales, the movie, anymore. So, and I thought, well, let's go to London and we'll do some of the London Comic-Cons. And then we went to Manchester and we did that, and we went to Birmingham and we did that. So it's evolving. I was chatting to filmmaker Neil Johnson the other week, and he really admired the fact that I was putting this film together and all the planning that had gone into it. And I had to correct him, but there was no planning. It started off as one thing, it kind of stumbled, and then it's becoming something else, so I have no idea where it's going to end, how it's going to end, if it's going to end, or if anybody's going to see it. But, I'll do as I do in life, and, make the lemons out of lemonade. So, hopefully there is lemonade at the end of this.
Now, with Sci-Fi Whales the movie being a very distant memory, I had no idea where to finish this film, but I had enough footage that I knew I had to make something with it. Where the hell do you finish a film called Experience of Comic-Con? Well, there is an answer to that. It's not a cheap one, but it's the best answer possible.
Tip number one, darling. Yeah, it says that blaming you, doesn't it? If you need to get on the trolleys, trams, etc., you need to buy tickets before you get on. They don't like you paying. We just got wonderfully, very politely, we didn't get told off at all, because he was really nice, by a police officer who went, no, you need to buy tickets before you get on. But he was cool, told us how to do it, so don't upset a policeman, buy tickets before you get on. It's only $2.50 from where we came from, but 2016 there's an app, and you get it for like $20 for 5 days, so it'll save you a fortune, or thereabouts. Prices are approximate.
Yeah, there we go.
So I'm married to another guy.
So where the people queue. Look, somebody's camping already, look. People camping.
At least it's all under shade.
Just the amount of time that we'd have to wait.
Can I borrow you guys for a second? What, have you just been queuing up for the Star Trek thing?
I'm sorry?
Have you just been queuing up for the
Yes.
Star? What? How long have you been in the queue?
6 hours.
Did you get one?
Yes.
Well done. Enjoy. Thank you.
Let's find out.
Right, we just asked that couple, or that family, how long they've been queuing up. 6 hours to get Star Trek Beyond tickets. Are you up for that? Should we queue up for 6 hours? No? You're not that much of a Star Trek fan? Damn. Well, here's the queue. It's still going on. 6 hours after the family that came out a few minutes ago successfully got Star Trek Beyond tickets. So, I'd love to find out how long the people have been queuing up at the end.
I've got a really big tip.
Yep.
Go back to your air-conditioned hotel.
Yep.
Just buy a ticket for tomorrow.
Well, maybe you can't, but the premiere's tonight.
And
But you get to see it before, well, not before everybody else, because there's about, I don't know how many people, but you don't have to wait 24 hours to watch it. You can just,
how long has it been since the last one?
a couple of years, but where's the fun in just going up to a cinema box office and going, can I have a ticket, please? 6 hours queuing up in this heat. And you might get a ticket, maybe.
What's the point?
You're not up for it. You're not. You don't have the spirit of San Diego Comic-Con. You must leave. Go to your swimming pool.
I'll go to swim.
Wait. Here we are waiting to get the badge. Yeah, mine's over there, yours is there.
Well, I'll wait with you and then you can with me.
Okay.
You can do it now.
Show me. Show me the badge.
Mine says professional.
What? Mine says from page to screen though.
Press.
I am alright with that saying press. Look at that.
Mine says professional.
What does it feel like having that? A press, an axe?
It's quite heavy.
Is it pretty cool? What bag have you got? What have you got? You've been given some freebies.
Ooh, let's have a look.
See what freebies we've got.
Got a backpack.
Wow. From something.
I think I'm pretty sure that's the new Harry Potter one.
From the Beasts and the Fantastic, whatchamacallit.
Running
Hey,
into you. Hello. Are you enjoying your con experience so far?
Yes, we've literally just picked our passes up now.
I'm so proud of you. Happy for you. Yay!
And we bought tickets to do the tram thing as well
Did
for the 4-day pass.
Awesome,
So
yes.
That was embarrassing.
No, it happens. I've even done it, so don't even sweat it.
Do you want to appear on my little film?
Sure.
Right. What is the best thing about San Diego Comic-Con? For you personally?
For me personally, it's the non-stop smile for almost 96 hours. I get to meet people like you. I get to meet other people, and it's people watching, and it gets me back kind of like in touch with myself. So I love it. It's awesome sauce.
Nice. And do you get some rest after it's done, or are you straight back into? Are you constantly working?
I go to work my normal job.
Your
I'm
normal
a special
job.
needs pediatric nurse, so I do that overnight, and then I get about 3-4 hours of sleep, and I come right back here.
Nice. We enjoy San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, I am. Enjoy it too, and thank you. I hope to see you guys on the trolley again.
You will.
Hello, back again.
Hello.
So we got the events guide.
Yep.
We got Comic-Con 2016
Souvenir book. Fantastic.
Might get some signatures in
We may
there.
well do. I'm going to investigate that soon.
A quick guide.
Quick guide to San Diego. Fantastic. And the Comic-Con itself.
And that's it.
Awesome. That's it. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
So are you ready for San Diego?
Yes, but I need a shower. I'm really hot and sweaty.
Need a shower, really hot and sweaty.
And I thought I'd be queuing up. Thought we couldn't get these till 3 o'clock. It was 1 o'clock.
That's cool, because it's now, there you go, 2:15, and we've already got our passes. Woohoo! Just because you've got a different badge. But I'm like, I go up with you. I think that's because they think that's where you want to go. You want to go see the participants and stuff, but it's like, no. Yeah. This way. Right, it's now 8 o'clock in the morning. Or it's 8:01 actually. This is the second take. Because dumbass I didn't press the record button the first time I said all this stuff. We just had a big breakfast at Denny's, pancakes, etc. And we're now walking down to the train station to go to the convention centre to begin the search for Oliver Stone. I know he's there. He doesn't know I'm there, which I'm sure he's not really that bothered. I'm sure he's eating pancakes somewhere as well. Been a fan of his work since I was a kid. Watched most of the films that he first wrote, Scarface, Conan, Midnight Express, and I've seen all his directorial and producing stuff as well. Got a signed picture from him that he sent me 15, 20 years ago. So it's about 10 years ago when Alexander was coming out, and he sent me a nice picture back saying good luck and work hard. Well, I've had lots of luck and I'm working hard, and if I do get a question, I'm going to thank him for sending me that photo, which I'm sure he will remember out of his long and illustrious career. I'm sure one of the highlights is sending me a signed picture of himself. I'm okay with that. We're going to join the queue for Hall H, which is probably the only time we'll get into Hall H because it's going to be crazy until Comic-Con ends. We'll either get in or we won't. I shall keep you updated.
I'm trying to avoid other people that don't step on my... Kind of like how you stepped on my shoes like that.
Bring in the Mojave Desert for the kids.
Don't think I forgot.
They bring it. I said sorry already.
Yo, if people that I saw that you're only kid, they say
And of course, tuna.
Let's go back.
Hello.
And the first time we're like, but season 5 they were all up 15 seconds. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Enter Hall H. We got in. Hello. We did it, honey. As far to the front as possible. I think we just follow this mob, I think, and you'll just fill up.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Comic-Con. Please continue down the aisleway to find a seat.
Yeah. So impressed. Yeah. Yeah. Morning. Yeah.
Where would you like to sit?
We just keep going until they're feeding us in.
Yeah, you also want to have the convention staff, they have special agencies.
Well, ideally you need to be like...
Here?
Yeah, go for it, just go here. Yeah. Well, yeah, go for it. Yep, just try and find like seats together that are near the front. But we won't get too cocky because... Yeah, go over in this block somewhere.
Further over there, but maybe not push it. What do you think? Stay here.
If you are leaving Hall H after this event, please leave via the doors to the left of the seating area. You do not have to scan out with your badge.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dave Carger. It's my absolute pleasure to be here for the 6th time in Hall H. And let me tell you, over the last 5 years, I've done some cool things with you all. I've interviewed the whole cast of Catching Fire with you. I've played Getting to Know You games with Charlize Theron and Kristen Stewart, and I've led you all in singing Happy Birthday to Daniel Radcliffe. But I've never been able to introduce for the first time an Academy Award-winning filmmaker at his debut appearance at San Diego Comic-Con. So welcome. Well, speaking of being a fan of history, we're here to talk about your new film, Snowden. Hi, everybody. Hello. Joe, let's explain the choice of t-shirt today.
I think actually I'm sitting next to one of the most patriotic filmmakers in the history of American cinema. And that's a lot to do with what this story is about, because being a patriot in the United States, to me, is not just about unquestioningly saying that everything is good. If you love something and you see something wrong about it, you raise your hand and you talk about it and you try to fix it. And that's what I think his movies have done for decades. And I think my notion before getting into the movie, before looking into it, was something simple. And it became much more complicated. That's one of the things I would really encourage anybody to do, is don't just take someone's word for it. This isn't a story that's as simple as a headline.
But the complexity of it, the depth of it, the specifics of the information, like, that was the thing that staggered me, you know. I didn't feel like it changed my political standpoint at all. I feel like it galvanized my belief.
Oliver, you joked a couple minutes ago that you didn't think the reason that you couldn't get money for this was because of the NSA, but the fact is you did decide to shoot this film not in the United States, you shot it internationally. What was the reasoning behind that? Were you at all afraid that there would be some people looking at you, checking in on what you were doing?
I just don't want to have confusion arise in case they did not interfere with us. And I have no knowledge or suspicion that they did. The problem is, in this world, how can you tell who's listening? I do very much feel the 1984 Big Brother vibe. I feel that in general in this society. And I don't think any one of us can be innocent about that. So we all kind of curb our behavior to some degree. We don't go to our favorite internet porno sites and so forth and so on. Or some people may not even go to their favorite investigative journalism sites, which is very serious.
I wouldn't say one necessarily led to the other. I actually have never been very politically active before this election. But this movie, I mean, I found out that they were making it, and I wanted to, first and foremost, just thank Oliver for making this movie. I remember, it's so important and it's so relevant, and being someone I was in my early 20s when Ed released all of this information and he did what he did, it had a profound impact on my life.
Security is the new way to victory, and we've had this tremendous success since World War II, he says, in America, prosperity, no great wars, and so forth and so on, and then he defends that we have to take into account all these threats. And he mentions cyber warfare as the main thing that's coming. Cyber warfare is very scary, for those of you who know this. You've probably seen a lot of it in the movies already, apocalypse movies. It's really frightening, and he's most worried about that, and that's where Snowden was working at the end, on the cyber front, against the Chinese. So that's one of the things that justifies what they're doing, as well as, he says at another point about the Iraq War, you don't have to love your politicians to be a patriot, which is another line of argument.
Well, this movie comes out on September 16th, and I encourage you all to see it because it's going to make you think. And and I thank all 4 of you for making us think today. So Oliver Stone, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Shailene Woodley, and Zachary Quinto. Thanks everybody, have a great Comic-Con.
Time to head in. Welcome to Saturday.
No, actually, I know it's going to sound better, so I'll ask her to do it for me. Sounds like a really... Honestly, not
I just grab a quick picture? Here we go.
That's great.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you.
Go in the exhibit hall yet. This is why it looks smaller than I thought.
I love that I scared you, like you didn't know who I was.
Yeah, we still cap. Yeah. Hasbro still cap.
Excuse me? Usually tap
just based off of their plated.
It's only a copy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see what it is.
Hello.
Hi.
You enjoying Comic-Con?
Of course I'm enjoying Comic-Con.
Cool. What's the best thing so far?
What is the best thing so far? Greg Nicotero complimented my makeup job.
Nice. Doesn't get better than that, does it?
No, a special makeup artist tells you that your makeup's great.
Should be in season 7.
Oh, no, yes. I
Yeah.
want to be an actor now, not the makeup artist. So.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can stab,
Yeah, that's no way.
Pass it over
Yeah, but like I say, it's all
Afterbrief. See that guy.
Like I said, don't.
Thank you so much.
Anybody blows, anybody slowly pull his other eye out, eat it to his phone.
Welcome to the Warner Brothers booth. It's the cast of Lucifer. You can catch Lucifer's session in the Indigo Ballroom today at 1:30, and season 2 premieres Monday, September 19th, 9 o'clock on Fox.
Once you take in your
Go in a circle if you like, but please give everyone a chance. Please give everybody a chance. Please just circle around. Please keep moving. Give everyone a chance. Please keep moving.
As many times as you
Circle around as many times as you want.
Snap photos. You may circle and snap photos, but you may not stand still and snap photos. Please keep moving, everyone. Please keep moving. Do not stand still and snap your photos. Please keep it moving.
Get in scoot, please. Keep moving on down.
Yeah, we're not getting it though. Excuse me?
The creators, Kate Left, Megan Levins, and Melissa Louise. Hi, you're back. Yes. Yeah, of course. I'm happy to. Fell on Wheels.
if you're really serious about posting it to social media.
I promise I'll post it. Wait, actually, will you just take it on that? My arms are too short.
So, Three Pandas on Every Card, D-Bag the Boogeyman, a webcomic strip. It's about D-Bag the Boogeyman. He's a happy, friendly little guy. He lives in the hamper in the closet and he eats dirty socks and he really likes pandas. He has a little panda sidekick and they get up to little happy adventures, dress up as vampires, as superheroes, get into all kinds of trouble. And a lot of it revolves around socks, how to obtain them, how to eat them, how to maintain them. And it's happy fun for everybody.
Nice. So where can people find out more about your pandas?
At the website ndbag.com.
Fantastic. Well, you enjoy Comic-Con?
Very much.
And thanks for...
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Right here.
They probably want me to get like a year subscription. Oh yeah, no, make sure we connect. We can manage Facebook page next year. Yeah, because every year Thursday it's just like me and like Tony were having, and then we had like analysis. Awesome. Okay, ready?
The guilt trip watch. He is, he's really like, I caught you. ¿Alcanzaste de Rick and Morty también?
Sí, alcancé, pero se lo deben.
While we were there.
Oh, now you're going really good. Now you're going.
You don't like that. She don't like that. I'll probably get that. Busy day, huh? Busy day. Oh, completely, yes.
Nice glasses.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you the first. I got you
I don't want to wait in line.
A friend of mine gave me a list of 20 things to do, and one of them is on the 17. Can you just do like a paw print up to the camera with me? Brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. It's amazing. Perfect.
I love your coffee. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Let's keep moving, everyone. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Just keep it moving, everyone. One snap, one video, then you gotta go. Keep it moving. Come back tomorrow. Yeah.
Tu hija es over there.
Correct! Great job! We need to step on that with that one.
How are you enjoying Comic-Con?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not too hot yet today.
It's amazing. Thank you.
So far.
Take care.
I see it. 7
Not stop here. Please circle that way. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please stop moving.
You hold it down. The video, you just hold it down. Hold it down. You only get one.
I didn't know I saw
Whole bunch of famous people. Yay! There you go. And how are you enjoying Comic-Con?
Oh my god, it's been amazing. I mean, you guys come all the way over to visit us. So I mean, how can we not enjoy Comic-Con?
Are you here tomorrow, or is this your
yeah,
day?
no. We've been here since Wednesday night, since preview night. So we'll be here tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah.
Well, enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
All right. You
Yeah.
Take care. Cool. And how are you enjoying San Diego Comic-Con?
It was a really good experience today, even though I wasn't supposed to be here.
No. I've heard that line from the film somewhere.
Yeah.
Where can people get in touch with you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, MarilynGigliotti.com.
Who wasn't even supposed to be here today.
It's been great. Super busy. I'm really tired from walking around a lot.
Are you here tomorrow?
I'm here all the days. So it's good exercise, burning lots of calories.
Have you managed to see something like super special? Or are you too busy?
I've been pretty busy. So next couple of days will be hopefully days I get to do. Actually, Brad Bird had a panel for Iron Giant, which is great.
Loves Iron Giant.
Yeah, I went to that this morning. That was my favorite panel so far.
Cool. Enjoy. Well, enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. How are you enjoying San Diego Comic Con?
Oh, I'm having a good old time. Thanks to Dave Seeley. He's been nice. He's our actually poster artist. He's given us the booth to play around with for an hour, which is really nice for signing. So he's wonderful. Thank you, Dave.
Yes.
Thank you,
Dave,
Stuart.
You're a star.
Thank you, Stuart, for the fruit pastels from England. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I'm going to cut in a picture of those and put it in here as well.
It makes me happy.
Thank you. One of I was given a list of 20 tasks to do at Comic Con, and one of those was have my picture taken with a film director. So,
there you go.
do you know any, or is there any around?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh well. Sorry.
Just posers and pretenders.
The mission continues. But I have found a member of Whitesnake.
Are you not the guy from Whitesnake?
Whitesnake.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
David Coverdale.
Yeah, I am David Coverdale.
Hooray!
You may buy my albums, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
I always do that. Oh man, that's so cool.
Oh my god, I was just like, that's an awesome outfit. How are you doing? I was like, I know, right? Yeah, how are you doing?
Yes, it's
Right. So you do any photographs today or no?
That's a great outfit.
It is awesome. Jason is an awesome photographer. He lives down here in San Diego. He does a lot of,
It's got to go with You're in the way. Well, maybe she might be a little. Well, let's see.
What do you want?
What I can do.
Oh, this one. Mommy wants that one.
It's free. Signing free. It's all free. Well, not me. Oh, you may have to. You have to work way down.
I know, right?
do you go about making a film? The very first line of this film is, I'm not trying to make a film, I'm not a filmmaker. I still do believe that. I describe myself at the beginning of this film as a capturer. I just happen to be there when experiences happen, and I'm lucky enough to point a camera in that general direction to catch them. How do you make a film about anything? You just pick up a camera, or your phone, or your tablet, or whatever, and you just do it. There's never been a better time to make a film. There's never been a better time to get it distributed. There's so many platforms that you can put on it for free. There's just, so if anybody wants to make a film, just go do it. Hell, I did. It's very, very easy making a film. Just bloody difficult making a good one. We'll see whether I've made a good one. Yeah, so going through and editing this film together, I wish I had more coverage of the early Comic-Cons. You know, people who I've met, but I don't have any pictures of me actually meeting them. Ingrid Pitt, who I've mentioned before in another section, I have no photographs of her. I do have the signed book and the signed pictures, but there's no actual photos of me at that event. So I do wish I would have got better coverage at some of the events.